Let's talk about one of the most fundamental parts of English, numbers. But hey, this isn't just about counting from 1 to 10. We're going to break down the two main types of numbers so you can use them like a pro. So you can probably count 1, 2, 3 perfectly, right? But what happens when you win a competition? You wouldn't say, I came in 1 place, would you? Of course not. That little difference is exactly what we're going to master today.
You see, in English, there are really 2 main ways to use numbers. And once you get the difference between them, you'll get them right every single time. It's actually pretty simple.
And here it is, the core difference laid out perfectly. Cardinal numbers, on the left, they just answer how many. But ordinal numbers, on the right, answer which one. So here's the big takeaway. One is for quantity, and the other is for position. That's it. All right, let's start with the type you're probably most familiar with, cardinal numbers. These are the ones we use for just simple, everyday counting. So what are cardinal numbers? Well, it's all about quantity. If you want to know how many apples are in a basket or how many people are in a room, you need a cardinal number. It really is as simple as that. Here are some of the basic building blocks. You've got your single digits, like 1, then you move up to the teens, like 13, and the tens, like 20. Mastering these is really the first step to counting absolutely anything in English. And the good news is, there are some patterns here that make it a whole lot easier. You know, numbers from 13 to 19, they all share that teen ending. And the tens, like 20, 30, 40, they all end in T. Oh, and a quick writing tip, for numbers like 21, always use a little hyphen between the words. So here it is in a really simple sentence. I have 3 books. 3 is a cardinal number because it tells us exactly how many books there are. Easy, right? Okay, so we've totally covered counting. Now let's move on to our second category, ordinal numbers. These are all about putting things in order. We've answered the question, how many? But what if you need to describe someone's position in a line, or maybe a runner's place in a race? That's when we have to switch over to ordinal numbers. And a winner's podium is the absolute perfect example of this. We don't say winner 1, 2, and 3. We say first place, second place, and third place. See? These words tell us the rank, not the total number of winners. So here we see a whole different set of words. 1 magically transforms into first, 4 becomes fourth, and notice with a number like 21, it becomes 21st. The key change always happens right at the end of the number. Now, this might seem a little bit complicated, but don't you worry. There are some really simple rules that make ordinal numbers much, much easier to handle. Let's break them down. So here's what you really need to remember. The first 3 are special. You just have to memorize first, second, and third. After that, almost every other number just gets a little th sound at the end. 4th, 6th, 10th. And for bigger numbers like 21, you only change the last part. It's 21st, not 20th one. And what about writing the short version? Oh, this is easy. You just write the number, think of the full word, and then you add the last 2 letters. So fourth becomes fourth, second becomes 2-end. It's a great little trick to remember. Okay, enough with the rules. Let's see how you'll actually use these ordinal numbers in your daily life, because you're going to use them a lot. Just like our winner's podium, you can use it to talk about results in any competition. He finished second in the race. This tells us his exact position, not how many people were running. Now, here's an example you will use all the time, dates. We never ever say July 5 in English. It's always the 5th of July, because what you're really saying is the 5th day of July. So remember, using ordinal numbers for dates is absolutely essential. Ordinals are also just perfect for marking milestones in important events. Saying, today is my first day at work, highlights that this is a special, specific day in a long sequence of days. All right, to wrap things up, here's a final challenge for you. How would you use both cardinal and ordinal numbers to explain the situation in English? You have the number for counting the total brothers, and you have the number for putting one of them in order. Think about how 2 and first work together. Once you can do that, you have totally mastered the difference.